Edge of Fate is only a few short weeks away now for resets of the making of this video, so almost 3. Here is every important thing that is coming up from now until Edge of Fate in terms of dates and other important things. As of right now, since last reset, Rite of the Nine will now drop extra drops on full completions after you defeat final boss. Eternity or Ultimatum full completions will also award an armor piece on a knockout based system until you've acquired the full set, so perfect if you're still a newer player and you haven't got all the armor yet. As of the reset we just had, all Rite of the Nine dungeons are now available, and as of the next resets on June 24th, all dungeons are still available, with one dungeon each week having increased currency drops and also more chances for weapon drops on enemy kills and increased loot from bosses on full completions. So on June 24th, we will have Spire of the Watcher be the increased dungeon. On July 1st, Ghost of the Deep, and on July 8th, Prophecy. So the same order they released in. Starting next reset as well on June 24th, the Emissary will also offer a handful of exotics to round out your arsenals, with more becoming available each week until Edge of Fate. Now, on July 1st, a new type of way to spend our nonary manifolds, which Bungie have been teasing in the Rite of the Nine timeline for a bit now, in the form of nonary engrams, which will give us cosmetic rewards from multiple years of the game, going back way to the beginning. This includes things, as they've said, holo chips, and even something like Crimson Days related cosmetics. That's something. These can be purchased with 350 nonary manifolds, and you can get up to 20 max through the rest of the Rite of the Nine, so 7,000 manifolds required. The week after the final reset before Edge of Fate on July 8th, a Lootapalooza, as they say, there will be increased currency and weapon drops from enemies in every dungeon, not just a select one, and even more increased loot from the final boss kill upon a full completion. No checkpoint still. There will also be an additional notary engram upon logging in each day in that final week. So 7 engrams for 7 days, so you get 27 total. That includes the 20 you can buy already from the previous week. And that's all for Rite of the Nine. The important things still coming up, so keep getting your loot, whatever you really want. Go for those rolls. Maybe you want to wait for a specific week for a specific dungeon, and yeah, go all out. Other than that, in the rest of the game, next reset, June 24th, Vow of the Disciple and Last Wish will be the featured raids, along with Prophecy and Warlord's Ruin as the featured dungeon. The next week, July 1st, King's Fall and Garden of Salvation will be the featured raids, with Grasp of Avarice and Vesper's Host being the featured dungeon. On the final reset before Edge of Fate on July 8th, Root of Nightmares and Deepstone Crypt will be your featured raids, along with Duality and Shattered Throne to round out the dungeon rotations. In Nightfalls, on the week of June 24th, next reset, Plug 1 will be the featured weapon. The next week, on July 1st, Lotus Eater, definitely something you would probably want to get. Very good, and the only void rocket sidearm as of this moment. And on the final week, July 8th, Wild Style. And as they said previously, when we got our new bunch of weapons, when Rite of the Nine launched, Cruel Mercy, the new pulse that came to Nightfalls, will also drop alongside each featured weapon. So double drops in a sense, go all out. This will be until Edge of Fate releases. Over to Trials, what a chaotic place that is. June 24th, next reset. Tomorrow's Answer will be the featured weapon. July 1st, Shayra's Wrath. And finally on July 8th, Aisha's Care. Don't know how to say that completely. Similar with Cruel Mercy in Nightfalls, the Inquisitor will also drop alongside the weapon that is for that week when you go to the Lighthouse. Don't forget, in the Eververse store, there is 700 free Bright Dust each week leading up to the Edge of Fate, so make sure you get that. There's still 3 weeks left, and that's still 2,100 Bright Dust. Pretty good, honestly. Don't forget that. Additionally, every twin in the past couple weeks has given us a look and some insight into Edge of Fate changes, updates, so on and so forth, that will keep continuing until the launch of Edge of Fate. Last week we had things armor, buffs, exotic armor and all that, so we still got things like abilities, exotic weapons and all that, sandbox, plus maybe things like economy changes, so look out for those towards the end of each week. And the bigger thing, which is pretty nice, on June 24th and July 1st, that is resets, and at reset time, there will be a live stream that will showcase more of the Edge of Fate and all the stuff coming, or at least some stuff coming. So tune into that when that is happening. For this week, this live stream, at least on June 24th, there will be an emblem to get if you've linked your Bungie account to Twitch. So free stuff, who doesn't love that? Well, those are the important dates and things happening still from now until Edge of Fate launches on July 15th. Still some things coming, obviously not as exciting yet as the next month will be, but it's still something, right? And I might as well mention, since we've got some dates and some pretty significant things that we've heard now, after Edge of Fate launches on July 15th, the shooting range, which we know about, will instead launch on day 1 instead of 3 weeks later. For some reason, it was 3 weeks later. Not sure why, but yes, it will launch on day 1, so you'll be able to check out all your stuff before the raid. Good change, even though it already should have been like that. Don't know why, but here we are. Gambit, oh my god, Gambit mentioned, will be on a indefinite hiatus, but Bungie said it will return eventually with some Prime-esque updates in the future. If you remember Gambit Prime, it had all these big changes, made Gambit match a bit faster, but it also brought different roles in the form of armor sets and perks: Invader, Sentry, Collector, and Reaper. So maybe we'll get some similar bonuses to that, since we're getting set bonuses. That could happen again. Pretty cool. Iron Banner is going on a, what's that, a couple 2-month hiatus, and then it will return with Ashen Iron on September 9th, Destiny 1's 11th anniversary. Hopefully maybe we'll get some significant banner changes, since you could definitely use a big makeover, being the same thing every time it's around now. And hey, the making of this, there's still 1 day left for the current banner, so spend all those engrams and get all the stuff you want, because it will be gone for a couple months. Heavy Metal, the Brig vs Tank mode that we got a few weeks back, or even a month back at this point, will return in the future. It's been confirmed, so look out for that eventually. If you enjoyed it, yay. If you didn't, oh, I don't know. Trials, everyone's favorite, will begin on the weekend of July 29th. That is week 3 of Edge of Fate. The first week's obviously the expansion. The second week, I don't know, a break. And then week 3 is when we get back to probably a bit of normality. We also get the new Cutting Edge Crucible mode straight away in week 1, which is only seasonal weapons, armor, and exotics. Only things from the current time, the current expansion, the current season. So if you want to just play with what's current, yeah, enjoy that in there. Everyone's on a more similar playing field. Everyone's not using this and that, and hey, what's that over there? Look out for that. So yeah, that's all the significant things prior to Edge of Fate, and also a bit of dates and important things right after Edge of Fate. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and sub. It would be awesome and greatly appreciated. It doesn't hurt, seriously, just do it, please. What are you looking forward to? Leave your thoughts and comments down below. I would love to hear them, because why not? Literally, why not? Thanks again, and later.